Thinking about leaving your soul-sucking 9 to 5 job, one of the biggest struggles I see people, especially as women, face is the idea of having that safety net, that enticing perks and benefits, and listening to that head trash of what will people think if I leave. I totally get it, and I've been where you are. That's why I created a free guide to help you if you're thinking about putting in that notice. It's called Unlocking Your Exit Plan. Discover 5 things you need to do before leaving your 9 to 5. This guide is filled with worksheets and steps so you will have hand holding along the way. You can download your copy in the link in the show notes, and again, it's totally free. Now back to today's episode. Hey there, let's face it. Today's internet world is so saturated and everyone is fighting for that number one spot to be visible. It is no longer about running ads and having thousands of people on your email list. It is about building relationships and networking with others to grow your business and become visible. Hi, my name is Candace. I'm a podcast launch strategist and I help service-based business owners develop and deliver their message to the world by using platforms like podcasting and bringing valuable content to those who need to hear what they have to say. Welcome to the Hello C.S. Dorsey podcast. Welcome back to another episode of the Hello C.S. Dorsey podcast. I have Chantelle Douglas here, the queen of digital marketing. How are you doing today?
Hey, CS, I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm fine. So could you tell everyone who you are and what you do?
Right, like you said, I am the queen of digital marketing. My name is Chantelle Douglas, and I am the CEO of Right For You Media. We are a boutique digital marketing agency where we basically help our small business clients gain more visibility online and increase sales with digital marketing services like social media and email marketing, content creation, and marketing coaching.
Awesome. That sounds really, really good. So let's talk about the inspiration behind starting your business. What was that like for you?
Okay, well, it dates back to 2015. I was working for a nonprofit organization while I was living in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It was a sickle cell nonprofit organization. As we know, that's a disease that runs rampant in the African American community. And working there, I was hired on as the admin assistant, and of course, I started learning about sickle cell and was just floored by the numbers and so many families that were affected by it. And just as I was working there, the director of the nonprofit spoke to me one morning meeting and she said, I know you have a background in public relations. Do you think you can handle doing our social media and sending emails to our clients and our donors and our event goers? And I was like, sure, that sounds like fun. Social media is my jam. I've been on Facebook since 2005. I keep up with the trends or whatever. So I basically began learning all the things I needed to know to basically run my business right now. I was creating the content and scheduling the content, just creating the emails, keeping everybody in the loop as to what was going on with the organization. And I fell in love with it. I'm the type of person that I like to be the go-to person that people go to because I love helping people. That's my gift. I feel like I am a leader in that manner. And once I just really learned my skill set, I wanted to do it as my own business. And I really was interested in starting my own business because after graduating college, finding a job in my field was just not happening. I ended up, thankfully that job as a nonprofit was a godsend, but I ended up working a lot of other jobs that weren't favorable for me. And I knew that by starting my business, I could create the life that I wanted to have versus working for other people and being unhappy. So that inspired me to start Right For You Media. And in 2017, I established my business as an LLC, and I have been going for it ever since.
I love it. A lot of people, they go to college, they get their degree, and then they graduate and they find out that they really either, number one, can't find anything in their field. Number two, find out that they don't like it and do something different. I know a lot of people who've received a degree, me included, that is not doing, well, I'm doing something similar to what I'm doing now, but is not really doing what they graduated, and essentially got that degree in and do a complete shift. What was it like when you had like a hello moment, like this is it for me? Because a lot of times it is very, very hard to find that thing. And I know there's a lot of people out there that's trying to figure out what it is that they want to do. They have a 9 to 5, and I'm one of them. I have a 9 to 5, still trying to go through the motions of what is it that they like doing, and then keep finding out, no, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. But apparently, you like what you do.
Yeah, I absolutely do. I love it.
So, when was that hello moment for you?
It happened literally when I decided to start my business. I was just sitting there thinking because I'd already been going through the motions of I'm tired of working for people, barely getting paid any money. Louisiana doesn't pay, the workers that much out here. And I was just like, I have to make a way for myself. So I had already had it in the back of my mind that if I want the true peace and the true freedom in my life that I desired, I was going to have to create it for myself. It just connected with me because I'm always great with giving people ideas and I'm a wonderful writer. So I was just like, these are all things that come naturally to me, and I like doing it. I can sit at my laptop and create things for as long as my son will let me. So I just really had that hello moment when I initially decided, okay, this is what I want to do, and I know I will be successful at it because I am good at these things, and I see myself doing it for the long haul. Started having, visions about my business expanding, me helping other people by employing other people in my business. So once I started seeing those visions, it really just solidified everything for me.
I love that. So, where do you currently get your clients? Is it more online or is it more offline?
Well, before COVID, I did host a networking event and I met a lot of potential clients and connected with a lot of people. But of course, after COVID, the bulk of my connections come from one, my Facebook group. I have a group called Branding Queens where I help women in business by hosting webinars and workshops. I also have a subscription group where I go even in more detail and help women market their business efficiently. And I also utilize Instagram and my Facebook business pages and other Facebook groups are a great means of connecting and networking and gaining clientele for me. So those are the main sources where I get my clients from, where I connect with people.
That's good to know. So I see on your website that you have multiple products that you offer, multiple services that you offer.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about offering one service, or do you feel like having multiple offers helps with like your zone of genius?
I definitely feel like having multiple offers helps with my zone of genius because it would be very difficult for me to just do one thing. Like it's hard to just do social media management without offering any, strategizing for that client. It's hard to just do email marketing without offering, a little coaching here and there. So it basically helps me to have a variety. And I know a lot of businesses need multiple things and they don't like to go to multiple businesses to get these services. So I try to keep everything in house to keep my clients with me for a variety of projects. Just make everybody comfortable so we can get to know each other and really build a relationship because it's my goal to work with my clients until, the end of time.
No, that's good. And that's a good point that I want to point out to our listeners out there. I know it's very hard to stick with one thing, and I sometimes struggle with it. And people out there say you need to niche down, you need to niche down to one thing. And then they always say the riches are in the niches. But the thing of it is, you want to, I like how you do the way you do your services and what you said, you want to keep everything in house. So why not offer different products based on what your clients need? Okay, well, we're doing a strategy call. Okay, so the next thing is they're gonna need help with monthly maintenance. Okay, the next thing is they have like a big launch or something coming up. Why don't we help with that? I love the fact that you keep it in house so that they won't go out and search for anything else. It's like, no, hey, let me help you with this. And you guys already have that know, like, and trust factor. I think that is really good, for our listeners to understand that it's okay to have multiple services. It's okay to do it as long as it aligns with your mission and your vision and what you want to achieve.
Right, especially my agency. I operate as an agency, which means it's more than just me. I would rather hire a web designer and an SEO person on my team to help my client versus my client having to go find another company that does website design. So that's my long-term goal, is to have a team, and that all digital marketing, digital print in the future, marketing publication needs are met within the Right For You Media house. So,
I love it. This is good.
mm,
So, any last minute advice you have for our listeners out there? I know your topic that you want to discuss was three things needed to scale. Do you want to elaborate a little bit more on that?
right. And this season, I just want to encourage all listeners to that are in business, that have a desire to grow their business, which is basically scaling their business, creating the infrastructure where they can hire people to work for them and where they can receive consistent income. I just want to encourage you that these three things have helped me tremendously on my journey. The first thing was getting my mindset in check. I learned that, especially in the African American community, we sometimes can adopt this mindset of greater is not for me right now. And that's not true at all. We can have great things. We can have, financial freedom and abundance. It's okay to desire those things. And I had to get over my own hurdles with desiring or really believing that I could have abundance right now, really believing that I could live a life of complete autonomy and freedom, live life on my own terms, to raise my child at home, to work from home, and to still receive enough income to survive. So that was the first thing for me, was getting over that mindset of lack and getting into a mindset of growth. And the next thing for me was really investing in myself, getting a strategy in place. We're really getting a strategy in place. And then the next thing I had to do was invest in myself. I'm a part of a group coaching program, and I believe investing in coaching and mentoring is a great thing. It's wonderful when people volunteer to mentor you. It's wonderful when you can get freebies and cheat codes out here in the internet streets and you learning all this free knowledge. But what is it really going to take to scale your business? It's going to take community and accountability, because I'm a living proof that you cannot evolve unless you put yourself under somebody's wings who has already evolved and already achieved for what you're striving for. So I just want to encourage entrepreneurs to not get so bogged down and, depressed about the way their business are going, because sometimes we are our own hold up. We have to get out of our own way and allow great things to come. And for great things to come, we have to do great things, uncomfortable things, brave things. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share.
That is amazing. I love it. I love it so much. Yes, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. My boss's boss, previous boss, director, and her VP, she would say that to me. And she was like, Candace, well, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I'm like, "Ooh," but it's the truth. If you step out and out of your comfort zone, it is amazing what things can happen. And oftentimes, like you said, sometimes it's that mindset and it's us holding us back what we achieve, because we don't see the greater picture, or we can see it, but we're like, can I actually do that? And I think that's the question that a lot of us have in our minds. And with all the internet noise and everything, these people flashing, oh,
Mm,
6 and 7 figures, and it's like, oh, that's wonderful. I'm just trying to get a couple of $100s for groceries.
right.
I'm trying to get a couple $100s for groceries, but in the back of my mind well, in all of our minds, I'm pretty sure it's like, that's good for them, but can that happen for me? And it's just, stepping out and saying, yes, it can happen for me. Okay, so how am I going to get there? And coming up with that plan and strategy. I love the fact that you stated, and I can talk for days, but I love the fact that you stated, invest in yourself.
Right.
Invest in that person that's there where you trying to get to.
Exactly.
I,
That is,
I
I mean, there's no way around it. I've tried every other method I've tried on my own for so long, and I
yes,
really didn't start seeing traction in my business until I invested in myself. And I just think it's a very beneficial move. It helps you step out of that mindset of being scared about money, being afraid of money. So it's just been a wonderful journey.
That is so awesome. That is great to hear. So, where can everyone find you?
I am the queen of digital marketing.com. I am also on Instagram at WFY Media, WFY Media, and Facebook at WFY Media or facebook.com/WFY Media. You can also find my Facebook group if you do a search for groups. It's called Branding Queens. Branding Queens. But if you just follow me on Instagram at WFY Media, you can click the link in my bio to find all of this information.
Awesome. And we're going to have those in the show notes as well. Well, Chantel, it has really been a pleasure of having you on the podcast today. This is a very
Yay!
motivating episode, and I love it so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it so much.
Hey, did you like this episode? And don't forget to subscribe and share. And also drop me a line or two. I will love to hear your feedback in the review. Thank you.